The thing about this movie that I have the most harshest criticism about is the same thing that I'm giving the praise about, and that's Spider-Man. All right. I know you clicked on this video because you want to hear me talk about Spider-Man No Way Home, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home, but there's one thing I want to talk about first before I get into my spoiler-free, that's it, zero spoiler, okay? Only trailer spoilers, okay? Only thing I'm going to spoil is that what was in the trailer. Other than that, no fucking spoilers. But one thing I want to talk about before I get into my review, and hopefully I don't click off because I got some things to say about this movie. Theater etiquettes, okay? Theater etiquette. I knew that this was going to be a big movie and that everybody and their mama was going to go see it. And this is what the movie theater needed because of the pandemic. Even movies that are supposed to be big, not everybody's going out in droves to see movies, okay? This is probably the first movie in a long fucking time where everybody's coming out in droves to see this shit. I took my two kids, my daughter and my bonus son. And besides my bonus son being extremely annoying in this movie, driving me crazy, can't sit still, got ants in his pants, and, you know, just, why is this happening? Why is this happening? You know, the chair, just, I'm dealing with that by itself. Besides me dealing with an annoying 6-year-old, I have to deal with the smell, which is still in my fucking nostrils. I gotta deal with the smell of this stinking ass person that was sitting next to my daughter. So it was my daughter, my son, then me, and then the motherfucker that was sitting on the right of her. I thought it like the smell was so bad. I thought it was the people next to me smelling like that. All right, it was a gay couple sitting next to me, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know too many gay people that stink. Okay, they're extremely clean, but for some reason I thought it was them. It was this motherfucker next to my daughter, and I felt bad for her. You smell feet, corn chips, ass, all at the same time. If you know you're going to a movie theater, wash your ass. I don't know who needs to hear this. If you're going to the theater, wash your ass. Put on deodorant. Spray a little cologne. Make sure you get all your dick cheese out. Come to the theater smelling like somebody, like your mama taught you better, god damn it. Now when I think about Spider-Man No Way Home, not only am I going to think about the awesome movie that it is, but I'm always going to remember that fucking smell. And my daughter, poor baby, she has the worst experience sitting next to people. I remember we went to go see Aquaman, and I got this on wax, by the way. We went to see Aquaman, and there was this little skinny Indian dude. That's not racist. That's what he was. He was a skinny Indian dude in a field position, balled up, with a fucking mask on, with his butt tooted to us, passing gas the whole time. Smelled like curry. She had to deal with that, so now she can't watch Aquaman the same. Rashad, we want to hear you talk about Spider-Man. I am talking about Spider-Man. This is my experience with Spider-Man. Theater. See how pissed off I am? Theater etiquettes. That's it, and that's all. Spider-Man No Way Home was a wonderful and great experience. This is the Spider-Man movie. This is the Tom Holland Spider-Man movie that I've been waiting on, where we see Spider-Man. Okay, I don't know if they listen to my criticisms. Who the fuck am I? I'm a little YouTuber. But one of the criticisms that I had is that he's not Spider-Man. He's Spider-Boy. We see Spider-Man in this movie. Tom Holland becomes Spider-Man. His fucking nuts drop. He gets a little bass in his voice. I think I saw a little peach fuzz on his shit. He becomes Spider-Man. This movie was like the ultimate Spider-Man experience. This Spider-Man experience rivals Into the Spider-Verse. As far as live action goes, this is the best Spider-Man movie I've seen to date. Okay? To date. This is the best one I've seen to date. Alright? Everything that you expect this movie to be, it is. If you have high expectations for this movie, it's going to meet them. If you have low expectations about this movie, it's going to way surpass them. Because I walked out of the theater with a smile on my face. I walked out of there thinking, like, besides the shit, the smell that I experienced, and my son pissed me off, like, wow, I felt like a little kid again watching Saturday morning cartoons and watching Spider-Man kick ass. But I will say this, the thing about this movie that I have the most harshest criticism about is the same thing that I'm giving a praise about, and that's Spider-Man. Because as much as Spider-Man was what I needed him to be, at the same time, he was pissing me off to no end. But I guess the payoff to him pissing me off paid off, in a positive way. So I guess it kind of erases my negative. I just confused myself on some multiverse type shit. But I think you see what I'm saying. Like the same thing that he pissed me off about, he makes up for it. And so I'm trying to be really vague in this review. So I'm already, there he go, spoiling the goddamn movie. No, I'm not spoiling anything. Quick insert here. I have to speak on this. Am I the only one that it drove me absolutely fucking crazy every time Peter called Aunt May May? Dude, that's your auntie, man. Put an aunt in front of that, man. Come on. Do they not teach these kids respect? That's Aunt May. That's not May, nigga. All I'm gonna say is that this movie is for the fans of the MCU, for the fans of Spider-Man, and even not so much, if you're not even a fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, if you're just a fan of the character and the lore, I think you are going to thoroughly enjoy this film. I don't know who directed this, but the director did his thing. He knocked out the park. He took great care with this film and gave it such an epicness. Like, as much as he made it epic, he also kept it grounded at the same time, because this did not feel like a big fucking spectacle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, but then it wasn't. It wasn't like shit flying at you all the fucking time. It had a very good pace. It had very good performances, characters that you care about, and I was never a fan of Peter and MJ's relationship, because I'm so used to Mary Jane Watson, with the red hair and, go get him Tiger and all that. Not only from the movie, but from the comics. So Zendaya's MJ, I was not really a fan of, but I think she really grew into this character. I think she made this character her own. And I guess because they have a real life relationship, her and Tom Holland, it worked. It really worked in this movie. But the friend Ned was starting to become like 3PO. Like, remember in Empire Strikes Back when Han Solo and Leia was about to get it on? And then 3PO comes in and, oh, sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, you're very welcome, sir. I'm like, Ned, get the fuck out the way. Like, because they were having some intimate moments. It's like, Ned, just get the fuck out the way, please. But yeah, man, that's all I'm going to keep this real short and sweet, because I want to do a spoiler review for this. But just for non-spoiler purposes, how long am I going for? I'm going to wrap this up. For non-spoiler purposes, this movie was a great fucking time. This movie was the ultimate Spider-Man experience. I left out feeling satisfied and full, and I want more. This film made me really excited about the MCU again, even though I'm still an MCU fan. But you know how your team just kind of goes through a period of mediocrity? I might get some shit for that, but just a period of mediocrity, where you're like, okay, it's MCU, I like it, it's cool. But I'm not like, I'm not like excited like I was, like during the phase 1, 2, and 3, shit or whatever. But I'm excited again. Okay, this is almost like the feeling of when phase 2 happened, right? Iron Man 3 happened, you're like, that sucked. Then Thor the Dark World, you're like, what the fuck is happening to Marvel? And then Winter Soldier comes out and you're like, oh, there we go. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And even though I did like Black Widow, I did give Black Widow A. I thought it was very entertaining, but rewatchability-wise, not so much. But for the time I watched it, I thought it was cool. And what came after that? Shang-Chi, I was not a fan of at all. I didn't really care for Shang-Chi. The Marvel shows, the Disney Plus shows are cool. Like Hawkeye right now, I think it's pretty cool, pretty awesome. But Spider-Man, No Way Home has me excited as fuck about Marvel again. Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange, killed it. I think he's like one of the unsung heroes of the MCU. He killed it. And even though one of my criticisms also for Spider-Man was that, why does he always need a co-star to help him, carry the movie? Like, you're Spider, you can't carry your own fucking movie, you're Spider-Man. But not so much here. Like, Doctor Strange is an important character here, but his character doesn't feel like he's helping Spider, like he's Spider-Man's crutch, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's there for a reason, but for once, this feels like Tom Holland's Spider-Man movie. Without Tony Stark, because Homecoming, Tony Stark, he was in the shadow of Tony Stark. Even after Tony Stark is dead and Far From Home, he's still in Tony's shadow and Tony's not even there. This felt like Tom Holland came into his own as a character, took 3 movies, but like, look, better late than never. Wrapping this up, y'all. I'm wrapping this up. because I'm still irritated, but I'm happy at the same time. I gotta go see this again so I can really leave with that full experience. But Spider-Man No Way Home gets an A fucking plus. Yes, enjoyed this shit. But it did have moments like, okay, this is not a spoiler. The first act had me like, oh, here we go. The same tropes, the same shit from the Spider-Man movies that Tom Holland did that I do not like. And they're repeating this shit. They're repeating all the same beats and the same tropes. But then, second act happens and it was just, pew, took off like a rocket. I went on a high and I never came down. That's it and that's all. Have you seen the movie? Comment freely below what you thought about it. Spoiler review coming soon, goddammit. And that's it. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.